Hello everyone, coming back at you from the Liminal Pines. Oh my god. Yeah, that's right. We're opening up with me, first and foremost, because, I don't know, I feel like more people need to see my face, get to know who I am. Yeah. That's why I'm doing this. So the main reason why I'm doing this is because I need to sort of give a little bit of a prelude to what we're doing here today. Some of you might see the thumbnail and title and be like, okay, what does he mean exactly by backgrounds? And what does he mean by making backgrounds? And to that, I just want to say, look at the border that we have going on all around me right here. Let me turn off the camera real quick so you can see it. So basically this thing that we have going around right here. So the way that I initially made this background is I got a sheet of Bristol paper, I drew a bunch of lines using a ruler, and then I scanned it in using the camera on my phone, and then I did a little bit of sort of like tinkering with the white and black point through a photo editing app, and that's how we came up with the background here. I have another one. I'm sure that if you've seen some of the thumbnails on my channel, or I don't know if I used, it's the circular one. If you go and you look at some of my channel thumbnails, you'll see that there is also a circular one. You all right, man? You seem tired? Okay, yeah and no. I normally get up at like 4 in the morning, so this is like nighttime to me. My bedtime is like 7:30, 8 o'clock, so that's probably why I'm also just like this. But I'm okay. Also, I guess maybe just everyone on the live streams aren't necessarily used to seeing me talk a lot. This is just my normal tone of voice. A lot of people think that, like, I'm bored or something. I'm not bored. I'm so enthused. I'm not bored, I'm bald. Yeah. No, I'm fine. I'm fine, but thank you. I am thirsty, though. So, what's our plan for tonight, I guess I should say. We're gonna in our sort of rough sketchbook, we're gonna come up with a few thumbnails for some ideas for backgrounds. I'm shooting for like 3. I think 3 is a good number. So we're going to do some thumbnails for the backgrounds. We are going to transfer those to Bristol paper because Bristol paper is nice. We're gonna use pen and ink for them because those will show up good on scanning, like on scans, right? I'm not gonna do the scanning part on live stream because that requires my phone. Believe it or not, my phone is my camera that I'm using right here. That's my webcam. So that's why I'm never checking my phone during these live streams, is because my phone is literally up here on a mount. And it works really good. Technology, right? I'd get an actual webcam, but they're kind of expensive, and yeah, if you want a good one, they're pretty expensive. Some people use DSLR cameras. DSLR cameras are crazy expensive. So for the phone it is for now. Block that lamp. Block the lamp back here. Yeah. So for I guess another thing I want to say is that for these backgrounds, for 2 of them, they're just going to be still static backgrounds, but for the 3rd one, I kind of want to do a little animated thing, and it's just going to be, the quality is really good. Thank you. The quality dips occasionally, and that's just because my computer, like, literally cannot handle more than, like, 30 minutes of live streaming at a time before it decides to kick me out, and then I have to redo it. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, for the third background, I want to do this sort of little animated thing. It's gonna have literally just 2 frames of animation. But for that, we are going to be using, I don't know if you can see it in a little basket right here. This is a light board. I'll just pull it out for now to show you. This right here is a light board, and if you have never heard of one of these things, it is literally a godsend for doing really good line work. Think of it in Photoshop as just like using like the layer tool. That's pretty much what this is, and we'll show more of that later in the live stream. But what I essentially want to do is, well, this entire thing will light up and I can dim it using this button right here. So what we're essentially going to do, yeah, you trace on this, which it's like, it's so useful. And this thing was like I want to say $30, which for something that's like this useful, I would say that's a good value for your money. But yeah, we're gonna use this and to sort of like see underneath the 2 sheets of paper what we're doing there. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put this back up over there. Okay. I don't really think I have anything else to say. I do have a comic I want to show off right here, but I'm gonna reorient the camera and then we'll take a look at this really quick because I have to do my show and tell. I have to do my show and tell before the stream, or else we can't start the stream. So let's go ahead and let's get that camera. So I can with my terrible posture, I can hunch over my desk and I can All right, let's get this situated. Can you see every little tiny little pore? Ew. Okay, you can see my floor, floor. It don't matter. So here's the annoying thing that I have to deal with every time that I live stream is I have to get the camera sort of in the right spot. This is the stuff that you don't see. So, oh, and it actually oriented correctly. Well, would you look at that? It normally doesn't do that. A lot of the times I'll have to flip. Like I'll literally have to, in the OBS program, I'll have to flip the frame because for some reason the phone wants to like do it upside down. I don't know. I really don't know. Shouts out to the background, to this little thing that my girlfriend made a while ago. Don't know what you would call it, a table runner? She made it, and I like it. Yeah. This is Bristol paper, but we're gonna start with this right here. And let me get out a pencil. Oh, wait, no, we're gonna look at Persepolis first. I'm gonna get out a pencil in the meantime. Boom, 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 wah. Okay. So this is Persepolis, which was by Mary Jane Satrapi. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And it's essentially, it's a memoir growing up as a girl in revolutionary Iran. That's pretty much the general gist of it. As you can see, I'm not that very far into it. I just got done reading a bunch of Tintin comics and sort of took a little bit of a break from reading for a little bit. A little plug, I have some shorts on my channel that are Tintin, that are like little short reviews of those Tintin comics, so if you want to check that out, feel free to. Yeah, the art here is very striking. It's very, I guess, if we were to use Scott McCloud's words, very iconic in a way. Like, the goal isn't necessarily realism, it's very expressive, it's very flat. The characters all have sort of this, they almost look like hieroglyphs. The way that they're that they're on the page. You know, you have these very flat compositions, but like that's cool, and it's very different. And I think it works really well. I would really like to see like how this was made. Like I would love to see the process, but I mean I think this was published in where's the page? No, right here. Yeah, it was initially published in 2003. It was published in 2 chunks, Persepolis and Persepolis 2, by l'Association Paris, France. Yeah, it was published in France in 2 volumes as Persepolis 1 and 2. But was it initially in French? Oh, Persepolis 2 was published as Persepolis 3 and 4 in 2002-2003. You can learn a lot from these little pages. I kind of wish I would have gotten this in French, because like this I can read French and I can speak some French, so maybe that would have been good practice. Okay, that is, yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pop my seat down, or my desk down real quick so I can sit while we're doing this, because I don't really feel like standing right now. By the way, King Froglet, thank you for being here. I do appreciate you taking your time to come and watch this. That's about as good as I'm gonna get it. Wish there were like I need to put like a level. I need like a level up here. Okay, so, and for those wondering, my wrist still has a little bit of wrist pain, but it's been a lot less prevalent as of recent. So I think that we're doing pretty good with the wrist pain. Also, hey, look at that. My stream is crashing. It's gonna cut out for a second. I'm gonna come back in live. I'm sorry about that. There's really not much I can do about it right now. So if you wanna stick around for this, just feel free to come back here in a moment. Hello, we're back. Yeah, sorry about that. We're currently saving up for a new computer, so this doesn't happen much anymore. It's quite frankly very dumb, very stupid, very annoying. So what happens is I think it's my computer overheating. I think that is what's happening. And the only way I'm trying to circumvent it is I have a little fan that I have down here to try and like keep the air circulating in the room, but yeah, it sucks. But you know, you gotta start somewhere, right? You gotta start somewhere. Okay, let's not dilly dally. Let's not waste any more time. Let's just get going. Cool. It's like bugging me that this isn't like perfectly level. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna draw. I really haven't done any drawing since last week because I don't know, I'm like kind of afraid to get to my normal drawing routine. Just, you know, because I don't want to mess up my wrist. So I'm kind of just like trying to give my wrist as much time to heal. So I don't mind to like draw once a week like this right here, but I really want to get back to it. We might do like a painting stream next week because that doesn't require a whole lot of sort of wrist articulation. So if you'd be interested in that, let me know. I'll probably just still do it regardless. So yeah. Okay, so here's our first challenge that we're gonna run into while we're doing this, is that for backgrounds, for thumbnails, and for anything else, really, we are working with HD video. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, Ghostly Kid, I know your real name, but I'm not gonna say it on stream. But you know, we're gonna do painting next week, some watercolor painting, maybe some gouache. Or maybe watercolor. We might do just like regular watercolor because I like watercolor. So the first thing that we're going to run into is that for HD video, you're working on a 16:9 ratio. Okay, that means for every 16 units of measurement, you have 9 units of you have 9 units going on your y-axis. And so the paper that we're dealing with here today, as you can see, is 9 by 12 inches. That's not 16:9. So we're gonna have to, once we get to this sheet of paper, you need to see the gouache. Okay, maybe we'll do gouache. Maybe we can do one watercolor painting and then we can do another one with gouache, just so we can sort of see how both of them work side by side. If you think that's a good idea, then let me know. So when we're working with this paper right here, we're gonna have to letterbox it slightly. So when we scan it, we don't have to do any stretching or anything. It'll be the perfect aspect ratio. Okay, so we'll do the math for that on this paper right here, after we sort of do the little thumbnail sketches. So see, I didn't really give this too much thought. I don't know. Yes, compare. So we'll do that next week. We'll do a painting live stream next week. I think that'll be fun. So for this right here, I want to do one that's like kind of geometric, right? So like maybe we'll do one that like, I don't know. Maybe we'll do one that like has a bunch of like squares that are sort of, think of my circle one that I have, but we'll do one with a bunch of squares that are sort of in this diamond pattern. Maybe we'll just like have them lined up like that right there. Like that, kinda. Would that look cool? Like an optical illusion type deal? I don't know. We'll plan it out a bit better. For the other one, oh dear. See, the world is our oyster, right? We could do anything we wanted. I think it would be really cool to do sort of like a this, where we sort of have this undulating wave pattern, and in the layers we'll have different densities of hatching. And maybe as they get closer to the top, they'll get thinner. I mean, imagine that, but it's thinner. So like maybe we'll do that. I mean, I can do as many of these as I want, really. Yeah, I could do as many of these as I want. So like we could do more after this, but I'm just like thinking of this right here. So for the final one, I have this idea where it's gonna be like a little animated bit. So I won't be able to use it for thumbnails, but I can use it for videos and for the live streams. Here, some very simple mountains. Are you talking about for the watercolor, or for this right here? Because this kind of does look like mountains, like a very like abstracted sort of like atmospheric perspective. Yeah. So for this one right here, here's what I want to do is I want to have a bunch of like crosses everywhere that are just scattered around randomly. Okay. The second box? Okay, so yeah. Yeah, it does kind of look like mountains, doesn't it? I think it's pretty cool. And then we're gonna... For the crosses, for the second frame, we're sort of gonna like shift them a little, right? So they're gonna be like rotated. Maybe like 45 degrees-ish. Right? So that way when I put it into the editing software, it'll be like boop, boop. They'll like pop back and forth. Okay, unfortunately my stream just crashed a second time. This time only what is that? About 8 minutes into the stream? That's bad. That's so bad. That's so bad. Oh my goodness. Will we ever recover? Will the channel ever recover? Will I ever be able to live stream again? Okay, we're back again. I did go ahead and I set the stream output down lower, so maybe that'll help it. I don't know. This is getting to be... It's getting me to be very annoying. I'll have to do some research to see why it keeps on crashing as much as it does, because it really should not be... It really should not be doing it as frequently as it is. Doing it. Like, I just wanted to get... I would like to get a new computer. I would really like to get a new computer. Okay. Let's not dilly-dally anymore. We're gonna start with this right here. Well, I guess first we need to do a little bit of math. So we're working with, what is that, 9 by 12? Nine by 12. So I think the best way to do the math on this is I'm just gonna use a calculator. You know, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna do mental math in my head. That's the thing here, is that we're probably gonna need to, since our length is 12, it's probably gonna be, I don't know, how much is 12 of 16? 4, 8, 12, 16? Wait, 4, 8, 12, 16? Yeah, see, 4 doesn't divide neatly into 9, so... Aspect ratio calc. So yeah, we're looking at a 16 by 9. So the width is 12. Height is 9? That's not... How the heck does that work? The aspect ratio calculator, lets you put it in there, but it doesn't let you do anything else with it. Yeah, 1920 by 1080. 1920 by 1080. So we're at 12, 7. 7 inches is the nearest that we need to do. Look how smart we are. Look how smart we are. So we need 7 inches right here. Okay. I think we're gonna start with this one right here. That's the one I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing. I sort of flip that around. I can. Brain go burr, math go burr. I don't have a calculator with me. My calculator is my phone, and my phone is the camera, so I can't do it. I can't use it. Okay. So we need 12 inches, correct? That just means that we need to take an inch off of either side here. Like that. I want to peep my head in here, sorry. Like that. That. Like that. I love measuring out. This is so annoying. This is so annoying. I hate this stupid computer. I really do. My apologies, my apologies. Technology, you know, I can do a good job, but like I still have to account for the stupid technology. Hey, good to know that my pen isn't dried out. I was fearing that would be the case. Because I really haven't been drawing much. Dub. We take the dub. Oh, and I've already messed up. I have already messed up. Oh my god. My god. Yeah, that's parallel. It will have to do. It would be really nice if my computer had an Ethernet attachment, like an Ethernet port. It doesn't. So my PlayStation does, and even then, sometimes it just stops streaming. Well, it's like, what do you do? Dope. And this really doesn't have to be perfect. A little dab of water would help, and sometimes that one, it probably does. I've never like had to deal with a fountain pen drying out yet. I know it does happen, but like with the ink that I'm using, it might just not be common for the ink that I'm using. So I'm really not sure. So if I ever, I'll cross that bridge whenever I get to it. Dip dab, dip dab. First up, dip, and I dab. Okay. So we want to do 3 dealios here. I want to do the first one with this brush pen. And yeah, we'll do it like that, sort of, like a. Just scribble till the ink comes out. Yeah, that's what I've had to do before whenever I'm like switching ink, or like when I'm like doing a different ink cartridge, or like I'm putting in new ink. is that the old ink sort of needs to get out and it like transitions. It's cool whenever you're like switching colors because you can go from like a dark or from like a blue to like a black. Alright, we'll go with this next brush pen, which is a different thickness. I think that's sort of like a... I think that'll look good like that. And then we'll use my thinnest brush pen for the next bit. It's in here somewhere. Where are you? Oh, where are you? Good heavens, where are you? Literally where... Oh, I have it right here already. Hard tip. Beep. Yeah, this bit. I think I'll like even out. And this doesn't have to be perfect either. I kind of like it being a bit rough. It sort of like gives it like a hand-drawn quality, obviously. Okay. For the first one right here, we're just gonna do microns, I guess. I think that should be thick enough. Should I, real question, should I down? Sure. I really want to get one of those parallel rulers. It's like a drafting ruler. It's used for making like multiple parallel lines. It's really good for like doing perspective grids. They're not too expensive. I just like have been lazy and I haven't bought one yet. And I'm doing these sort of like a centimeter apart. Doesn't have to be perfectly even. Some could be thicker, some could be thinner. So we're gonna do that going all the way through. Is this therapeutic? Is this fun? I think it's fun. You know what's not fun? The stream cutting out. My cat is in the room and he's trying to kill me. And by kill me, I mean just like slightly annoy me. Relaxing? I love drawing lines. Drawing lines is so much fun. And it doesn't matter on this bottom one if it goes down at all through it, because it's going to be cropped out. No, it got a little dirty. Yeah, that's good for that one right there. Better than circles? Yeah, trying to draw like concentric circles without a guider is impossible. Like literally impossible. Take a drink. I'm gonna take a drink of my water real quick. Nom nom. Nom 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 nom. Okay. What will we do next? I don't know which is thicker because I have a little calligraphy brush right here. No, that's pretty dark. That's my thinnest one. My thinnest one will probably be at the very top right here, which means that I probably should go for, like, probably the 8 for this next bit. We'll just do the same way. We'll work right to left. I have to be a bit more careful to stay in the lines for this one. I like microns. I do think they're really nice. They're waterproof for one, but it's just, they dry out. The thin ones dry out so easily. And it's just, I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather just have a fountain pen where it's like not really gonna dry out on me. Because for some reason, all of my microns, it's just the thin ones too, they always just dry out so quick. Yeah, then drying out is the sad part. And I hate to keep on like buying new ones because I'm like, oh, these are just gonna dry out. That's why I've like sort of like migrated to fountain pens, is like the fountain pen ink, it lasts forever because you can refill it. The nibs, you can get like a bunch of different nibs that are different sizes, so don't have to worry about that. They're not, fountain pens really aren't spotty, you know, like for like this one right here, it's doing it to me right now. It never really dries. Fountain pens are pretty consistent with their ink flow. It's just, ugh. Fountain pens all the way. I'll always be a proponent of the fountain pen. And if anyone watching needs a fountain pen recommendation, Lamy Safari, pretty good. Pretty good. The Pilot Kakuno is also a good starter fountain pen. It's a bit thicker. That's more of like a writing pen, but I mean, there's no one saying you can't use it for drawing. Technically, no fountain pens are used for drawing. You had the nibs of the microns disappear the more I've used them. Yeah, they like because they're sort of like felt tipped. I think that's what it is. It's like a felt sort of that like absorbs the ink. They like, whenever they have like friction or if you push too hard, yeah, they'll just like snap off. which is so annoying. And that's the other thing I like about fountain pen nibs, fountain pen tips, is that a lot of them, the harder you press, they just flex. So if anything, you just get like different line weight, which is much more useful, and they won't disappear. And I've had like old fountain pen nibs that I've gone through, and I've done like stress tests on them to see just like how much they can bend before like permanently like breaking and distorting. You need to push really hard to get fountain pen nibs to break. It's like crazy how hard you need to push. Brush pens are also really good because they're just brushes. They start to fray, but then you can get a dry brush effect. Microns are really good for like technical things like what I'm doing right here. So just having a line of constant width. I'm being very fast and loose with this. Microns bend, sometimes you use them harder. Actually, I drop them. That is true. Every artist knows It's like we love microns, we really do. We want to love them, but there's just that little bit that stops us. There's a little bit that stops us. You know, the more I look at this here, I don't know if I care for sort of like the dark, light, lighter. I think I'm just gonna have each separation here be darker. Yeah, I think I like that better. Womp womp. We'll switch to this for the next bit. A bit thinner, I think. I think I know. Not by much. This is just good line practice. I think whenever I get back to drawing more frequently, I'm gonna start doing some like larger pieces. And just sort of playing around with like scanning them. Because I want to start doing some like actual like solid larger pieces that are less sketchy, I guess. Sort of like a bit more, what's the word? Like finished. To have a bit more purpose, because I want to start doing like prints. Like I want to be able to like get a bunch of prints of a piece of artwork that I do, so if I ever go to like a festival or something, I can have some things to sell. I want to do like prints of artworks, and I want to do like stickers. I think stickers would be a lot of fun. Now, I don't know what the best place to go would be to do like prints. Yeah, I really don't know what the best thing would be for that. I'll have to do a lot of research, but I'm sure it's not very hard to figure out. People do it, obviously. I'll just get a printer and I'll do it at home by myself. to like reorient this. That's not parallel. Oops. Yep, there's that one right there. And then for the final one, we're gonna... What are we gonna use? I've just got all my pens out. You've seen people use Redbubble and get mixed feelings about the websites? Yeah, I guess Redbubble would be a good one to try out. I mean, I'm sure, like, somewhere the quality's gotta be good. Women Day? Is today Women Day? Should I be celebrating? Hello, all women. Good afternoon, all women. Hello. Oh, so for this final layer, I'm using my Pilot Sakuna, or Sailor. Oh my goodness. I can't speak right now. This is the Sailor Fude nib. Yeah. The Sailor Fude de Menen. And we're using it, we're using the sort of nib facing downwards so we can get really thin lines. Another thing I do a lot whenever I'm drawing is I hold my pen like really tightly. I need to like get out of that habit. That might be part of what's contributing to sort of like the wrist pain, but I need to have a bit more of like a painterly grip whenever I'm drawing. Because pens write better when you have a bit of a looser grip too, if you don't put too much pressure on the page. I also need to start using my my shoulder more, because that's also supposed to help with like wrist strain. If you use like your shoulder and elbow as pivots instead of your wrist. A big fear I have is when I get back into drawing more often, is that I'm just gonna like forget. Like, is it buffering again? No! Buffering again? No! Oh my god. Well, you see the thing with the tips, with the drawing tips, like the whole like not drawing from your wrist sort of thing. Like, I don't know. That's a thing I've known for a bit, but I haven't really been using. Maybe that's part of why, like, my body is sort of so screwed up all the time. Okay. We got it. So there's one background done. It's just gonna look like that. Right there. Yeah, we're really not gonna know how it looks. I mean, this might not even, like, translate well once we get it onto the whatchamacallit, but we'll have to scan that up later. I'll once I get all these formatted and everything, I'll put them as a post on on the thingy on my YouTube. Yep. I'll just set it off to the side for now. Okay, so the next one we're gonna work on, you can always redo it. Yeah, I might make another one. I mean, I don't want to give off the impression that I'm not happy with that one. It's just like you have to like consider what it's gonna look like while it's on what's the word, on like the page or like as a background, you know? Because I'm not the biggest fan of like this one that I have right here. It's sort of just the horizontal lines. It gives me like it's giving too much zebra like vibes, and I don't know if I like that. So maybe it's always going to give zebra vibes. I don't know. I can always invert it too. I can do a color invert, so it's like it's mostly black with white lines. That might be also something I can do. So we'll see. I will play around with it, obviously. Right, let's do the same thing right here. Draw the lines. Draw the lines. You never thought of zebra? That's what I see whenever I see it. I guess that's like a risk you run whenever you're working in black and white, as like I don't know, zebra print. I always think of zebra print. You can avoid that, obviously. Like, there are ways to avoid it, and just like, you know. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just like, I'm reading too much into it, which is also possible. Boom. Lines. Reading between the lines, reading between the pines. Liminal pines. That's me, baby. That's me, baby. Ayo. Speaking of liminal pines, I got a little liminal pine sticker right here. Isn't that just the cutest little effing thing that you've ever seen in your entire life? Boom, 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 boom. Get a bit closer. It's so many. I'm probably gonna put this on the back of my phone, like my phone case. I just have it out. Okay. So for this one, what was I saying we were gonna do? We're gonna do some. Looks great. Thank you. Thank you. Looks great. Looks amazing. Thank you. We're gonna do some squares on this. I'm not gonna like. Maybe I should. Maybe. I don't care too much about this being like perfect. So I'm thinking like a 2 centimeter by 2 centimeter sort of deal, right? Or 3 centimeter. I'm sorry, I can't. Yeah, we're just gonna pop a few of these down. See if I like it or not. We're gonna pop down a few squares. That's pretty much exactly 3 centimeters right there. Didn't plan for it. Let's add another one like right here. 1, 2, 3-ish. About 3. I hate measuring stuff. Why am I doing it here? I don't know. I never really cared for measuring anything like an art class. Like measuring out stuff. I just hate it. I'm not like a measuring kind of guy, you know? Like I'm not like very empirical when it comes to like getting stuff done. I don't work well with like numbers. I don't work well with ratios. You know, it's just like all that jazz. My page is getting all dirty. You know, I'm gonna put another one up here. I'm gonna freehand the rest of them. I'm that tired of doing this already. Art should be fun. That's good enough. We're gonna do this. Just gonna go ahead and we're gonna sure just freehand the rest of it. Squares. And if anyone's wondering what kind of pen I'm using right here, it's like this like calligraphy pen. Yeah, squares, boxes, but it's like a chisel tip. I don't know if you can see it, but you write one way it's thick, you write the other way it's thin. I've seen it called like a parallel pen before. I'm really not sure like what you would call it. Yeah, I'm just gonna have them all sort of like overlap and stuff. squares and squares and squares. And jump around a bit. Drew like the seeds for him in here. We're crashing again. Oh no. You thought we'd avoid it, but we didn't. I love it. I love it so much. And don't you forget it. Doing squares. We got squares. I think that's good for that one right there. Kind of like filling out the corners for this one. Yeah. I think you can catch the general vibe of it. These ones aren't parallel. Can we fix that slightly? Yeah. Yawn. Okay. I think that for that one, maybe I'll add in a few more like squares for like these little center bits. I guess this kind of needs a little bit of that. Wow. That is a bunch of squares. Sorry, I thought you were a pepper. Square, 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 square. A bunch of squares. I'm like looking on my screen to see how it's gonna look on like a screen, kinda. Sort of just like being like, man, that line needs to be a bit darker. Maybe. A little thin over here. Little dye right there. Okay. I think I'm looking at the thing here. I think that looks pretty good. I just need like more of like variety, you know what I mean? Just like things that I can like put on like thumbnails, things I can use as backgrounds. You're very rarely going to see the full thing. It's always going to be sort of like covered by a frame, kind of like as this right here. So like I'm really not looking for it to be like perfect. I want it to sort of have a hand-drawn sort of quality, because like, I don't know, I think that gives it a little bit of character. That's why I'm being so like fast and loose with it. And I just burped. Ha! All right, we got one more. We're gonna do two things for this. We're gonna do like a little animated thing for this right here. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna draw out our frame for this, and then we're going to what's the word? We're going to put a bunch of dots. We're gonna draw X's, and then we're gonna take our light pad and we're gonna sort of like rotate them, and then in a sort of like movie editing software, I'm gonna go through and splice them together so I can use it in like videos for like videos. That's just sort of like a moving background. I don't know, I just think that would be kind of cool. This one should be the easiest one in terms of like drawing like lines and stuff, because it's not going to be a bunch of stuff. Go ahead and we'll get out the micron for this, because I feel like using the micron. The One Piece is real. So high. Whoa, 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 whoa. Can we get much higher? So high. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I guess since I have like the platform for it right here, and I'm just like running out of things to like say, I'm just gonna talk about like music that I've been listening to. New song by Joe DJO, called "Basic Being Basic." It's a pretty good song. Just came out too. I like Joe. I didn't know he was Joe Keery until like after the end of beginning Chicago song came out. I was listening to that album like well over a year before that song became popular, and I was like, why is this like the album is good, the music is good, don't get me wrong, but like why is this guy like so popular? Why is he popping off so much? And then I had to have it explained to me like, oh, that's Joe Keery from Stranger Things. I was like, oh. But that album that he made, his last album called Decide, such a good album. Such a good album. I want to do a draw. I want to draw that album art for a short sometime soon. So what I'm doing here is I'm making a bunch of dots for where the crosses are gonna go. And then I'm gonna go over, and that's gonna be sort of like the vertex. Now this could either like turn out like kind of sucking, or it could like look really cool. I'm still not sure how it's gonna turn out yet. I'm sort of just like placing these points randomly too. I don't want them to feel like they're on like a grid. Another song I've been listening to is from Lord Huron. They just put out a new single called Who Laughs Last. For some reason, Kristen Stewart is on the track, like from Twilight. She's good in it. Just kind of unexpected. But that's a really fun song. I am going to see Lord Huron live in my stream just crashed again, so I'm sorry, but I'm going to see Lord Huron again live in July. This issue with my computer crashing all the time when I was streaming the first like 4 times. You oh, I didn't even see your comment there, Ghostly Kid. You can take the man out the city, but not the city out the man. That song is like so good. Like there's a reason that song blew up. It's not just because he's Joe Keery, but he is Joe Keery. Don't get me wrong, that is like part of it, but like that song is like genuinely good. What else? There's a couple other songs on that album, or no, I think that entire album is actually just like kind of perfect. Slither is good. On and On is good. The first track of the album, I think it's called Decide, is really good. My frames are dropping for some reason. That's not really good. So here's what we're gonna do. We are going to just draw a bunch of crosses. In any orientation that we feel like. So long as the vertex falls on that point, and so long as each of the crosses are just like of similar. Yeah, the best thing is that when the song blew up, no one knew who Joe was. Joe Keery. I mean, like, yeah, that's kind of how I was. I mean, like, dude is like mega talented. That album, Decide, is like a vibe and a half. It is such a good album. It like, you can tell that like he definitely has like a knack. He has like such a knack for for making music. He's not just like a Minecraft YouTuber who just decided to get into rap, which is like a very common thing. It seems like he actually like likes music a lot. And like he's a really good lyricist too. Like I really do like sort of just like vibe with like the messages in his songs. I'm trying to think of other music I've been listening to. I've been listening to The Last of Us Part 2 soundtrack again, just because I'm playing through the game again, and yeah, that score is really good. Very moody, very emotional. It's got a lot of weight to it. What else have I been listening to? A lot of Gorillaz, obviously. Listening to a lot of Song Machine Volume 1. That's a very good album. I like in the past I never would really listen to the album all the way through, but like here over the past few months, like I've been listening to it from front to back. I think it's a pretty good cohesive album. I definitely like the first half of the album more, though. Like, Désolé is a really good song. Momentary Bliss is a really good song. Just trying to see if there's like any gaps or anything. We're looking good right now. This is really the main one, and I was excited to work on today just because I've been having the idea for it for a while, but I was like, I'll crank out 2 others. But like, this is the one I had the idea for, and I was like, ooh, I can do that on stream. X, cross, cross. Alright, do we see any huge gaps seeing one kind of like right here, so. Right here, kind of. Do we see any more like overwhelmingly large gaps? Right here? I think we'll put one there. One there. How about that? How does that look? You know what? I think that looks pretty good. Let's tear this out and bust out the light pad. I know that's what everyone here is excited about. It's what I'm excited about. Alright, let's go get it. We're gonna have to do this like vertically, I think. No one here has ever seen a light pad before. Get ready. It's like a traditional, it's like a layer tool for traditional art. Plug. Where the plug at? Plug walk. The plug in this stupid USB. Dun dun dun. Isn't that cool? So like that's a thing right here. Look at that. You can just see straight through it. You can make it brighter too. So yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take we're gonna get our border. On this side and on the other side. Okay. Oop, squeaky chair. So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're essentially for each of these crosses, we're just gonna rotate it 45 degrees. So like that one, like there, it's like that. It's gonna go like that, and we're just gonna do that for each of the crosses that we have here. It doesn't have to be perfectly 45 degrees. Just the it can't be like overlapping perfectly. These ones on the edge are kind of annoying to do. I feel like a traditional animator. I feel like I'm working on a movie. Make sure I got all the edge ones. I'll be annoyed if I missed one of them. I think I got all of them. So yeah, just imagine that it's sort of just like, boop, boop. You know what I mean? They're gonna be like rotating and you'll be like, boop, boop. I don't know. Maybe it'll look dumb. Maybe it'll look stupid. I don't know. Go ahead and mark. Go ahead and mark them. And that was the light pad. I plan to do more stuff with the light pad in the future. It's just, you know, life. And look at that. When it turns off, it's so easy. It's so light. So transportable. I gotta put it back up real quick. Okay. Let me. So yeah, that'll be like import them both into editing software, and it'll be like. Can't really tell right there. But yeah, okay, so there's that background done. Wow. All right, let's look at them all. So we've already seen that one right there. We got that one right there. Then we got that one right there. Okay. Pretty straightforward, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera back to me just so I can give like some final closing remarks. I'm also gonna, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna take my table. Watch this. I'm still sitting down. Okay? It's the table that's going up. It's not me. And now I'm standing. And now I'm standing. Okay. Let me push my I'll push my stuff around. So that was today's stream. I'm shrinking. I'm getting smaller. I'm like Hobbit. I'm like in the Lord of the Rings movies, like how they like made the hobbits look smaller with forced perspective. Put that light at me. Okay. We're gonna take that off since we're done with it right now. Thank you for everyone who's tuned into the stream. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Not much I can do about it right now except just give up. I'm not gonna do that. Very happy. Very happy with all these. Expect to see them in thumbnails, posts, stuff like that. Yeah. Anything else that I want to say? I'm currently working on a pretty large video right now, so my output over the next like month, few weeks might be sort of like limited. I'm still gonna try and like work on content. I'm gonna stream every week. Obviously, I'm gonna probably make a few shorts, but like as far as like long form content goes, we'll see. We'll see how it is, but yeah, I'm not going away. I'm still gonna be here. So sort of just keep that in mind as we're moving in right here. But I'm very excited with this video that I'm working on. The script is about a third of the way done. I'm gonna try and like get to half of it here pretty soon. The editing for the video is going pretty good, so I'm just like, I'm trying to work really hard on it. It's gonna be my biggest video to date. It's the most work that I've put into a video so far, and I hope that shows in the final product. Okay, yeah. Thank you everybody for watching. Check out other videos on the channel, check out the shorts. If you like these live streams, I have an entire playlist of VODs from previous live streams where we did a bunch of other art related stuff. So that's all I really got for you tonight. Boom, 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 boom. Good night, everybody. Simply good night.